I know that your powers of retention are as wet as a warthog's backside.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 underrated Disney voice acting performances.
I've been doing cartoons since I was 12, but now I'm 30 years old and I finally get to work on a Disney cartoon. It's worth the wait.
For this list, we'll be looking at the best vocal performances from across Disney's history that don't get nearly as much love as they deserve. However, we won't be including any TV shows. Additionally, we're only looking at mainline Disney movies, not IPs owned by Disney like Star Wars and the MCU. Which of these performances do you think is the most underappreciated? Know of any others? Share your thoughts in the comments. Number 10. Tim Curry as Forte, Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas.
I am your friend, your cher ami. I wouldn't lie to you.
Set within the plot of the first movie, The Enchanted Christmas tells the story of how Belle saved the holiday. While Robbie Benson's Beast also never seems to get enough love, this sequel really benefits from having the excellent Tim Curry voice its villain. Forte was once the castle's royal composer, but was turned into an organ by the Enchantress's spell. Preferring this form, he tries to drive a wedge between Belle and the prince to make it last.
She fills his head with dreams of love and hope and Christmas.
Well, what you gonna do? You can't stop Christmas.
No, but I can stop the girl.
It's pretty vile to doom everyone else with a curse that only benefits you, and Curry seems to have fun with it. He brings his usual flair and charisma to the role, elevating Forte's arrogance and displeasure with his fellow humans.
Don't talk for hours, don't send flowers, don't write poems, don't sing songs and dance beneath the stars that shine above. Don't fall in love.
Number 9. Cree Summer as Princess Kida, Atlantis: The Lost Empire.
Kings of our past would weep if they could see how far we have fallen.
Kida.
If these outsiders can unlock the secrets of our past, perhaps we can save our future.
This underappreciated gem features a lot of unique characters, and several actors, such as Michael J. Fox, deliver dynamic performances.
I'm your man, Mr. Whitmore. You will not regret this. Boy, I am so excited. I can't even hold it in.
But on every rewatch, we can't help but be mesmerized by Cree Summer's Kida. As the princess of Atlantis, she seeks any solution to fixing her kingdom's decaying state, while upholding the necessary strength to keep it safe. In the actress's capable hands and voice, Kida is passionate, curious, loving, and slightly scary in the best way. Interestingly, Summer had more than just an impact on Kida's voice. Indeed, supervising animator Randy Haycock reportedly based some of the character's appearance and behavior on his initial meeting with the actress.
She's very playful and open, and it intimidated me a little bit, to be honest, when I first met her. And I realized, boy, that's Kida when Milo first meets her, you know, Kida's intimidating. So I played on that.
With so many other memorable characters, Summer's performance often gets swept aside, but it's time that changes. Number 8. Keith David as Dr. Facilier, The Princess and the Frog.
You're in my world now, not your world.
And I got friends on the other side.
Keith David is one of the greatest voice actors of our time, spreading his talent across film, TV, and video games. As the villain of The Princess and the Frog, he delivers one of his strongest performances. So we're not sure why everyone isn't talking about it more. Dr. Facilier is a charming witch doctor with big plans for New Orleans. To meet his goals, he calls upon his friends on the other side, though that ends poorly.
No, I'm not ready at all. Get back. I got lots more plans. This is just a minor setback in a major operation.
Whether he's singing about his mystical powers or characteristically pulling strings from the shadows, every scene with Facilier is a joy to watch. Part of that is due to the stellar animation, but it's David's vocal work that makes us love the slimy fast talker so much.
And he's a schemer. He's a conjurer and a sorcerer of sorts.
And I got friends on the other side.
Number 7. Vincent Price as Professor Ratigan, the Great Mouse Detective.
With time so short, I'll say so long and go so soon. Goodbye.
Getting Vincent Price to voice a Disney villain was a big deal, though most kids didn't realize it in 1986. As more time has passed, we've grown to greatly appreciate the late horror legend taking on the role of Professor Ratigan. As the film was inspired by Sherlock Holmes, Price plays the Moriarty to the Holmes-like Basil. Preoccupied with status, influence, and power, Ratigan plots to rule over Mousedom. Every time the villain appears on screen, Price's delivery drips with a debonair menace perfectly befitting of a crime lord.
My friends, we are about to embark on the most odious, the most evil, the most diabolical scheme of my illustrious career.
The underrated performance balances posh and snooty attitudes with fierce and imposing ones. It molded the type of Disney villain you crave more scenes of, savoring every encounter.
As your new royal consort, I have a few slight suggestions. Item 1.
Number 6. David Ogden Stiers as Governor Ratcliffe and Wiggins, Pocahontas.
Why do you think those insolent heathens attacked us?
Because we invaded their land and cut down their trees and dug up their earth.
It's the gold! They have it, and they don't want us to take it from them. Well, I'll just have to take it by force then.
The late David Ogden Stiers brought many Disney characters to life, and some of his most impressive yet overlooked work can be found in Pocahontas. Not only is he the selfish, greedy villain Governor Ratcliffe, he also voices Ratcliffe's lackey, the kind-hearted Wiggins. They're such vastly different characters that for years we assumed Ratcliffe and Wiggins were voiced by different people.
For someone rather well placed at Disney, did not know the other actor's voice. Knew that I was doing Ratcliffe, but wasn't sure who was playing Wiggins on that.
When Pocahontas comes to mind, many remember the wonderful songs, the cute comedic animal sidekicks, or the almost impressive display of historical inaccuracy. And when it comes to Stiers' work with Disney, he's most fondly remembered as Cogsworth from Beauty and the Beast. However, his dual roles here really show how talented he was.
Untie me at once! I have your head for it!
And it came so highly recommended.
Number 5. John Hurt as the Horned King, the Black Cauldron.
Soon the Black Cauldron will be mine. Its evil power will course through my veins.
The Black Cauldron is undoubtedly one of the most underrated Disney movies of all time. It's certainly one of the studio's darkest, with twisted imagery and an absolutely frightening villain named the Horned King. Voiced by the late John Hurt, this intimidating baddie seeks the magic Black Cauldron that will give him the power to become the world's ruler. Hurt's performance contains a multitude of tricks, ranging from an almost mysterious rasp to a blood-curdling ferociousness.
Only moments away from victory. My greatest triumph.
Sure, the Horned King definitely looks the part with his imposing stature and spooky design, but it's Hurt's voice acting that really brings it home. The Black Cauldron was a box office bomb on release, but those who have seen it were probably left with nightmarish thoughts of this memorable antagonist.
It was very hard to speak, if you see what I mean. It was all dredged from somewhere.
Number 4. Donna Murphy as Mother Gothel, Tangled.
Our secret will die with him. And as for us, we are going where no one will ever find you again.
If there was ever any doubt, Tangled proved Disney was still very capable of adapting classic tales and princesses. The songs are delightful, the animation is gorgeous, and there's an inescapable sense of adventure. Oh, and the villain is amazing.
Rapunzel,
Yes?
don't ever ask to leave this tower again.
While Mother Gothel is undoubtedly a super memorable antagonist, we should all be singing about our love for Donna Murphy's performance from the rooftops. Her acting is both sickeningly sweet and maliciously evil, and we cherish literally every second of it. Her vocals work wonders in Mother Knows Best, flipping between different deliveries to make every line stand out.
Mother knows best. Take it from your mumsy. On your own, you won't survive. Sloppy, underdressed, immature, clumsy, please. They'll eat you up alive.
She's one of the best parts of the movie, and she's also one of Disney's strongest villains in the modern era. Number 3. Chris Sanders as Stitch, Lilo and Stitch.
This is my family. I found it all on my own. It's little and broken, but still good.
How often does a film's co-director and writer voice one of its central characters? If Chris Sanders' stellar performance as the alien Stitch is any indication, not often enough. The character's silly noises and rudimentary English is mostly played for laughs, but it's actually quite impressive.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Blue punch buggy! No punch back! No punch back! No punch back!
In fact, Stitch is the type of character that could have grown annoying in someone else's hands and voice. But instead, he's hilarious and warms our hearts. With such specific and strict limitations, his journey from chaotic to vulnerable deserves more substantial praise.
Ohana means family. Family means nobody
gets left behind
or forgotten.
Sanders' work was so great, he got to do more of it in sequels and an animated series. Special shout-out also goes to Tia Carrera as Nani, Lilo's older sister, who doesn't get nearly enough credit either.
This isn't what it looks like.
Well, that would depend on...
Number 2. Tom Hulce as Quasimodo, the Hunchback of Notre Dame. The Hunchback of Notre Dame is another dark story in Disney's overall light-hearted catalog. Lead character Quasimodo is easy to root for, given how he's forced to live and how poorly he's treated by his adoptive father, Judge Frollo.
And stay in here.
You are good to me, Master. I'm sorry.
But despite bringing the lead character to life, Tom Hulce's performance is often overshadowed by the film's other elements. Hulce reportedly worked on Quasimodo's voice with the filmmakers, trying different approaches until finding the right fit.
The fact that they can put a look in a drawing's eyes is a thrilling thing, and so actually they're doing the acting.
The hard work certainly paid off. Quasimodo may have been written to be kind, but his layered delivery makes him that much more so. Hulce was also talented enough to sing as Quasimodo in an era where many Disney hero songs were performed by someone other than the voice actor.
Just to live one day out there.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Verna Felton, Barbara Jo Allen, and Barbara Luddy as Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather, Sleeping Beauty. They provide delightful comedic relief while showing an immense warmth toward Aurora.
It looks awful. That's because it's on you, dear.
Now yeast, 1 tisp. Tisp?
1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon, of course.
Octavia Spencer as Mrs. Otterton, Zootopia. Sweet and unwavering in the search for her husband.
Please, there's got to be somebody to find my Emmett.
Mrs. Otterton.
I will find him.
Oh, thank you. Bless you, little bunny.
Sterling K. Brown as Matthias, Frozen 2. We sincerely hope to see more of him in the franchise.
What is this crazy magic called again?
A photograph.
Photograph. Huh. We look good.
Halima, General Matthias.
Your Majesty, I'll be right back. You can look at our photograph while I'm gone.
Brian Murray as John Silver, Treasure Planet, balances the duality of the literary icon well.
But you gotta take the helm and chart your own course. Stick to it, no matter the squalls. And when the time comes, you get the chance to really test the cut of your sails and show what you're made of.
Susan Egan as Megara, Hercules. Egan's sultry sass is a flawless fit for the character.
How'd you get mixed up with the...
Pinhead with hooves. Well, you know how men are. They think no means yes, and get lost means take me, I'm yours. Don't worry, Shorty here can explain it to you later.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Jeremy Irons as Scar, The Lion King.
Prepare for the chance of a lifetime. Be prepared for sensational news.
The Lion King is one of the most beloved Disney movies in existence. While it can't be called underrated, Jeremy Irons' voice acting as Scar surely is. As the jealous brother of King Mufasa, Scar steals the throne after murdering his brother. He'd probably be a well-written villain regardless, but Jeremy Irons is the reason he works exceptionally well.
Where have I seen this before? Let me think. Oh, yes, I remember. This is just the way your father looked before he died.
Each line is soaked with an air of haughtiness, making it so even the most innocuous words sound like threats. We often hear about James Earl Jones's excellent work as Mufasa, deservedly so, but Irons deserves that same recognition.
When at last I am given my dues, and injustice deliciously square. Be prepared.
The pitch-perfect supporting characters and phenomenal soundtrack are just some of the other things that often eclipse his work. It's time to give credit where credit is due.
I quiver with fear.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.